Micro-strategists. Malaria is one of the harshest pandemics to hit humankind. The struggle against this illness is a battle that began long ago and whose end is still not in sight. Birds also suffer from a type of malaria similar to ours, but which cannot be transmitted to humans. Because they are simple to study in natural conditions and many aspects can easily be controlled, birds are ideal models for malaria research. The infection is brought on by the bite of mosquitoes that transmit the parasite to the host. When a fresh mosquito bites an infected animal, it ingests blood with parasites that are fully developed. These multiply within the mosquito's system, starting the cycle anew. Dr. Santiago Merino of the Spanish Council for Scientific Research studies malaria in the blue tit, a small bird that frequently reproduces using nest boxes. An adhesive plate located on the roof of the nest box traps mosquitoes that then infect the birds with a strain of malaria that is not dangerous to humans. When the chicks are 3 days old, researchers capture the adults and take the first round of data. After making note of their general state and their weight, they take a small sample of blood, which they use to determine the presence of illness. A microchip is placed on the bird's leg, which will enable the researchers to measure efforts made to bring food to the nest. In addition, one group was injected with a treatment against the parasite. A sensor placed in the entrance to the nest box keeps track of the bird's comings and goings. 10 days later, the researchers take stock again, evaluating the effectiveness of the treatment and checking to see how the chicks are developing. The medication lowers the number of parasites in the body of the blue tit. This reduction has been seen to increase the reproductive success of the females. When compared to the control group, these females enable more fledglings to leave the nest, lose less weight while raising their young, and have higher survival rates. It is in the blue tit's interest to fight the parasites, while it is in the parasite's interest to utilize the bird's body as a platform for spreading to other hosts. The birds use their immune system to fight the parasites. One interesting way of doing this is to provoke competition between the parasites themselves. Among birds with stronger immune systems, it has been observed that there is sometimes more than one parasite within the same blood cell. For some reason, these multiparasitic cells do not generally survive, putting an end to the parasites carried by the birds. This leads experts to believe that this is a defensive strategy used by the host. As for the parasites, they respond with other strategies. Their main goal is the spread to other birds, infecting them as well. To this end, more females than males are generally produced inside the host, as just a few males are capable of fertilizing many females, making the reproduction process more efficient. Mating occurs in the digestive tract of the mosquito that has ingested a sample of blood after biting an infected host. Within this blood sample are thousands of parasites, but just a few male parasites is enough to fertilize all of the females. Nevertheless, when there are not many parasites inside the host, due to medication or because of the bird's immune system, it sometimes happens that in the drop of blood ingested by the mosquito, there are very few parasites, none of which are male. Dr. Merino has discovered that in these cases, the parasite alters the proportion of sexes, thus increasing the number of males so that at least one will come into contact with the females in the blood ingested by the mosquito. Between blue tits and protozoa, a coevolution process is taking place, so that when attacked by the bird's immune system, the parasites are able to alter the proportion of sexes in order to ensure reproduction and transmission to other hosts. For our own struggle against these micro-strategists, it is of utmost importance to become familiar with their tactics. Discoveries about the behavior of the parasites that cause malaria and their hosts lead to new clues on how to combat this grave illness.